Hello students, good morning. In previous lecture, we learned circulatory system, types of circulatory system, components of circulatory system. First component, blood, then types of blood cells, coagulation of blood and blood groups. We already learned in previous lectures. Today we will learn about human heart. Human heart is a main pumping organ. Heart is the main pumping organ which is reddish brown in color, reddish brown in color, conical, muscular, size is about 1's fist. Human heart is the main pumping organ of circulatory system. Heart is reddish brown in color, conical, muscular. Size is about 1's fist with broad base and narrow apex. Broad base and narrow apex. Heart lies in the mediastinum. Heart lies in the mediastinum. Mediastinum is a space between. Mediastinum is the space between two lungs. Heart, which is lie in the mediastinum. Mediastinum is the space between the two lungs. Heart, which is tilted towards. Heart is tilted towards. Heart tilt towards left side. Heart tilt towards left side, which is raised on diaphragm, which is raised on diaphragm. Then its average weight is about 300 grams. In males and in females it is about In male, it is about 300 grams, and in females, it is about 250 grams. Heart enclosed in a membranous sac. Heart enclosed in a membranous sac, which is called as the pericardium. Pericardium is a membranous sac. Pericardium is a membranous sac which enclosed a heart. Pericardium is formed of two main layers. Pericardium is formed of two main layers. First layer is the outer layer and second layer is the inner layer. Outer layer is formed of fibrous connective tissue. Outer layer is formed of fibrous connective tissue which is tough, inelastic and protective in nature. Then second layer, inner layer, is the serous pericardium. Serous pericardium is the inner layer formed of squamous epithelium. Fibrous layer is formed of fibrous connective tissue. And second layer, inner layer, is the serous pericardium layer, which is formed squamous epithelium. Serous pericardium is a soft and moist. Serous pericardium is a soft and moist and elastic in nature. And elastic in nature. Then serous pericardium is further divided into, which is further divided into two layers. Serous pericardium is divided into two layers. First is the parietal layer, and second is the visceral layer. Serous pericardium is further divided into two layers. First is the parietal layer and second is the visceral layer. Then parietal layer and visceral layers are separated by parietal layer and visceral layer separated by a pericardial space. which is separated by a pericardial space. In pericardial space, fluid present which is called as the pericardial fluid. The fluid which is present in the pericardial space is called as the pericardial fluid, which act as a pericardial fluid which act as a shock absorber. Which act as a shock absorber and protect the heart from mechanical injuries. Pericardial fluid which act as a shock absorber and protect the heart from the mechanical injury. It also keeps the heart moist. Pericardial fluid also keep the heart moist and act as a lubricant. Hence the pericardial fluid perform the function as a shock absorber and act as a lubricant. Then heart walls. Next point is the heart walls. Heart is a mesodermal in origin. Heart is a mesodermal in origin. Wall of heart is formed of 3 layers. Wall of heart is formed of 3 layers. First wall is the epicardia. It is the outer wall. Second is the myocardia, which is the middle wall. And third wall is the endocardia, or inner wall. Wall of heart is formed of 3 layers. First is the outer epicardia. Outer epicardia is a thin wall, single layer, and which is formed by a flat squamous epithelium. Formed by flat squamous epithelium. Epicardium is the outer wall. Outer wall, thin Then second wall is the middle wall, which is called as the myocardia. It is a thick wall and which is formed by a cardiac muscular tissue. Myocardia is the middle wall of heart and which is formed by a cardiac muscular tissues. Then third wall is the inner wall, which is also called as the endocardia, which is also called as the endocardia. Endocardia is a thin wall formed by squamous epithelium formed by squamous epithelium. The epicardia and endocardia, that is the outer wall and inner wall of heart, are protective in function. Epicardia and endocardia, that is the outer wall and inner wall, is a protective in function. The myocardia, the middle wall, and the middle wall myocardia is the responsible for the contraction and the relaxation of heart. Myocardia or middle wall is a responsible for contraction and relaxation. This figure indicate three heart walls: inner endocardium, which is single layer, then middle wall, which is formed by a cardiac muscles, which is a thick, and the outermost wall, which is called as the epicardia. Then next point, external structure of heart. Then next point is the external structure of human heart. The human heart is a four-chamber. Human heart is four-chamber structure. The two superior chambers, called as atria or auricles. called ventricles. Human heart is a four-chambered. Upper two chambers are the superior chambers called as the atrial chambers, while the lower two chambers, which is inferior chambers, is called as the ventricles. Externally, atria are separated. Externally, atria are separated by a group called as the coronary sulcus. Externally, atria is separated from ventricles by a transverse group. Atria separated from ventricle. Atria separated from ventricle by transverse group called coronary sulcus. Externally, atria separated from ventricle by a transverse group called coronary sulcus, or which is also called as the atrioventricular sulcus, which is also known as atrioventricular sulcus. Coronary sulcus or atrioventricular sulcus. The two ventricles are externally separated from each other. The two ventricles are externally separated by a group. These two groups, which is called as the anterior and posterior interventricular group. Two ventricles are separated from each other by two groups. These groups are called as the anterior and posterior interventricular groups. Then the two ventricles are externally separated by two groups, that is the anterior and posterior group. The coronary arteries and coronary veins. The coronary arteries and coronary veins. Coronary arteries and coronary veins runs through a wall of sulci. Runs through wall of sulci. The coronary artery and coronary veins runs through wall of sulci. Pulmonary trunks arise from the right ventricle. Pulmonary trunk arise from left ventricle and systemic aorta arise from the right ventricle. Pulmonary trunk arise from the left ventricle and the systemic aorta arise from the right ventricle are present on anterior surface of the heart. Pulmonary trunk and systemic aorta which are present on the dorsal surface of heart. Systemic aorta which is divided into systemic aorta which is divisible into three regions, that is the ascending aorta, second is the systemic aorta or systemic arch, and third is the descending aorta. Then the ligament arteriosum joins pulmonary trunk and aortic arch, which is the remnant of embryonic duct, is called as the duct of arteriosus. Then aortic arch gives rise three arteries. First is the brachiocephalic artery, second is the left common carotid artery, and third is the left subclavian artery. The right atrium receives superior and inferior vena cava. The right atrium which receives the superior and inferior vena cava, and the pulmonary veins opens into the left atrium. Then in the next lecture we will see the internal structure of human heart. Thank you.